I don't wanna. I'm so tired. I'm crabby. Welcome to Something Feral, the podcast where three friends watch, eat, and talk trash. We're your hosts. I'm Kate.
I'm Brianna.
And I'm Scrungy Blaze, because I made a new word, because I feel... What was the combination?
Grungy
and
scrappy.
Scrappy. I don't know why. I think it's the time change.
The weather.
The weather is all over the place. Migraine City
It's
over
going to be
here.
cold again, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't wait to get that migraine.
Oh, yeah, same.
Fun. There's been a lot of menaces being menaces in our lives. Maybe not us directly, but a little bit.
Well, it's March. This is when they come out, so
Yeah, they are
tis
out.
the season.
They're out and about doing their menace shit.
I think there's also an eclipse of some sort in the astrology world.
It's always the moons.
I
If not the
know.
menaces, it's the moons.
If not the menaces, it's the moons.
And it's the truth.
Yeah.
Or some combination of the two.
Moony menaces.
Oh.
Ah!
Moons or menaces.
I'd rather have the force of the moon in my life than the force of the menaces in my life. They are only negative.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, you do learn, I suppose, you do grow. But with that said, it's March. March Menaces. We're back.
We're all back together. Brianna's
Brianna's
back.
I'm back. Everything is well.
There's order to our episode now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's things make sense.
I want to just say, for the record, I was not mad when I listened to the episode. I laughed very hard. But good. I was like, there's no rhyme or reason to this.
No, I mean, the train.
You did your best.
I wouldn't say we did our best. I would say we tried.
We were tired and we imbibed and we just needed to like chillax.
We needed to let loose.
Yeah, and have some fun.
And we did not have the capacity within us
can't do
to
that with me.
build
No,
a structure and execute in an efficient way. We just didn't
Exactly.
have that in us.
You're so structureful, Brianna. With
Wow,
your,
what a compliment.
you
She's
have
full of
so many
order.
structures.
Just that Eastern European in me.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep us on track.
Yeah.
On that note, let's just fucking jump right into it.
Let's go. Top of the order. What have you got?
Yeah, so first things first, we went to Phantom of the Opera.
We did.
We saw it. If you guys follow us on social media, which if you're listening, you probably do.
And should.
And should. We're very funny. We had just so much fun. It was an absolute blast. We got dressed up.
We were our furs.
Yeah, we wore our furs. And we had wonderful seats. Thank you, Catherine.
Of course.
Oh, so great.
So great. But we do need to talk about some theater etiquette.
Oh, we do. And also, I didn't realize, like, there is a box 5. Like, we could have sat in box 5. Like, next time, that's what we're doing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
we took
the
pictures.
Oh, but with like the door.
Yeah, no, you can, like, sit in box 5.
They didn't leave it empty for the Phantom.
No.
So
good.
for those of you that are not fans of the Phantom, first of all, if you're listening to the podcast and you're not a fan, get the fuck out. No, I'm just kidding. Please stay.
No, familiarize yourself.
Yes.
Like, it is a wonderful story.
Yeah. But there is a box, and it's box 5 in the opera theater that the Phantom asks whoever owns the theater to make sure is held for him.
So we can lurk and creep.
And one
during the
time
show.
they don't, and things go awry.
And yeah, the chaos ensues.
Chaos ensues. So yeah, we had a fabulous time. 2 different cell phones went off.
That was
Oh.
insane. Someone was like talking.
No, it was
Voice to text.
voice to text. I'm pretty sure it was like an elderly person because it was
reading
reading,
the- yeah.
back like what. Yeah.
It
This
does
person
not
said
matter.
this. I'm like,
Oh, I don't think it's justified, but
No.
I think that it was voice. It wasn't like a hey da 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 da. It was like their phone was telling them.
well, then the woman's husband was like, turn it off. And she's like, I'm trying. I can't. I'm like, oh my God.
So there was that one, and then there was another one with a like text message sound. What was the sound?
I don't. It was just
Because it wasn't. No, it
it
wasn't,
wasn't like the standard text message. It was like a longer one.
It was weird to say the least,
Dude,
and
and-
very very annoying.
Turn your fucking phone off, all the way off. Power down. Turn it off.
Or airplane mode.
Yeah, or
so
airplane-
easy.
No, turn it off. I don't trust them.
It's not hard.
Oh my God. And the coughing. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
Why was everybody coughing open mouthed? We've learned nothing.
Oh my gosh! And if you're sick, don't go. You sick freaks.
People will do it.
Literally.
Literally. Sick freaks.
Anyway, I'm sorry. That just, they upset me.
But I will say the performers were incredible.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Fabulous cast.
And may I say, we all love the movie version with Emmy Rossum or Emmy. Yeah, Emmy.
that's her name.
Emmy Rossum,
Oh,
yeah.
I want to say Emma for some reason. Yeah, Emmy Rossum and Gerard Butler. 2 points. One, boy, oh boy, does it make a difference when the Phantom can sing? Like, and I say that like
he did his best.
No, again, like I say, I love Gerard Butler. He is like a hall pass for me. Like that man is a star. And you know what? I think let it be a lesson. Don't let what people tell you can or can't do stop you from doing the thing, applying for the job. Like apply for the job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and his version worked for the movie.
Yeah.
It worked, but like, man, hearing the Phantom sing for real on stage, you're like, wow.
And he was so good.
So
Just
good.
like the first note, you're like, and his like acting, his presence,
very
he was
physical.
amazing, amazing. And again, no shade to Gerard Butler. Like I love you. Like.
Is his first line like insolent boy, slave of fashion?
I think so.
I think, does he sing before that? He must. That cannot be his first line.
Yeah, because he's like kind of singing.
Oh, he sings Christine
to her.
Like creepy.
Yeah.
Christy.
Yes, but that he wasn't on stage. We heard him.
Yeah, when he's first on stage, that's when he comes through the mirror. That's when we first see him.
And when he was like crawling and stuff, I was like my heart was beating. His acting was so good. And so just shout out to the cast. I wish we had the program in front of us so I could give this actor a shout out.
They did a fabulous job. I mean, they were
stunning.
Every single person that performed was just great, and great staff over at the Detroit Opera House.
Beautiful building too.
Beautiful building.
Old theater.
Yeah.
Perfect for the show.
And they were so like they took pictures for us.
Yeah.
One of the what do they call them?
Ushers.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, you should take a picture with Box 5."
Yeah, and we were like, "Oh my God, you're so right. Thank
like,
you."
What an angel of music.
Yes,
Literally.
Yeah. So fabulous staff. We had a really great time. The Opera House was phenomenal.
So beautiful.
And great pours on their wine.
If you order a glass of wine, you're getting your money's
tipsy.
worth. Yeah, getting some bang for your buck.
Yeah. And then after the performance, we walked around, and it was Sunday downtown.
But it wasn't late. Like the hours were weird.
Yeah, we were right in the
4.
middle. Yeah, it was like 4:00 on the dot. So it was just like a weird time. Not everything was open for dinner, but everything was closed for lunch and But we ended up after a few places. What was the name of that?
We went to
restaurant?
Layla.
Layla, yeah.
So good.
It was absolutely phenomenal. We had a great meal, great service, overall fabulous time. So if you
I love that place.
But I think Layla does a fabulous job of Lebanese flavors, and like it was an upscale restaurant, an upscale vibe, but I didn't feel like I was being served like shitty like upscale.
Yeah, like you're not getting like ripped off.
No,
They were hearty portions.
hearty
really
portions, classic in the way that they were delivered and prepared. Like
Delicious.
the baba
too.
ganoush was incredible. Like the flavors.
What did I have? I never had. It was
The baba
smoky.
ganoush.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it. Smoked
yeah.
eggplant.
The smoked
Yeah,
eggplant.
it was-
Yeah,
I
So,
love that place.
I mean, great food, great performances, great friends.
It was a lovely evening, afternoon. We saw
Yeah.
matinee.
We did. It was great. And then, so for Trash and Treasure, you, out of all the people not to have watched the America's Next Top Model documentary, I'm really surprised you didn't watch it yet.
I literally put it on for probably 10 minutes. And the first 10 minutes, it was kind of interesting. You learned about like why Tyra started it. And then you met some of the people who worked
Miss
on the
J,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, who like we knew if you watched the show. But then they also talked to like the execs at like wherever it first ran. And after that, I was like, okay, yeah, this is good. Like I might watch it, but I was like, I kind of get the gist of it. Like the train went screaming off the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I watched it in real time, like I loved the show. I thought it was so great. You know, tall women, like model show.
yes, your dream.
Your dream,
I
yeah.
love Tyra Banks. She's an angel, like one of the original angels.
A literal, yeah.
Little angel. I was just like, this is made for me. I love it. And then you watch it and you're like, wow, they really like treat these girls like shit. And like you knew it. I mean, we grew up in the 90s, the 1900s. And
the previous century.
Yeah, when it, things were different. And I just remember thinking, because I think, what did it come out when we were like 13 or like 12 or 11?
Yeah.
I don't
we were
know.
in
We were
middle school.
young. And I
The
was
early
like,
aughts.
you read stuff in the
Rough time.
magazines and you hear things and you watch it and you're like, okay, so this is just like being an adult, especially a model. Like this is just the world and it is what it
Yeah.
is. But in the back of your mind, you're like, this feels a little extreme. Like the makeovers, how she would just fuck some of them up.
Oh.
Big time.
Like one girl would
They
be
talk
like,
a lot about that in the documentary.
yeah, like, I'm attached to my hair. She would cut it off and then like vote her out. And I'm
yeah.
like,
The teeth.
the teeth, fixing the teeth. The one girl
Oh,
had a
that
gap in her
gives me
tooth. They told her, you're never gonna get a job if you don't close your gap. And then the other girl, like, they tried to give her a gap because she's like, you gotta widen your gap. So it was just like, they just started getting crazy. And it's like, that was just clearly for ratings. Like, I think it started off with good intentions. Like, she wanted like everyone to have an opportunity to model, like, because Tyra is a black woman, like, she didn't have as many opportunities. She got told no.
She was fuller.
Yeah, she was
figured for the time.
For the time,
Right,
yeah,
and
especially.
she, like, voluptuous, and she had personality. She was just different, and like she wanted to bring different models, but then it's just like you get involved in like the networks and like the money, and then you're not really in control anymore because it's all about the money. But she always kind of was. So like,
yeah.
she was the one pushing everything a little too far. And then, I mean, Jay can sit here and say like, oh, I wasn't behind any of this with like the photo shoot with like they had to switch races, and even as a child, I'm like, oh my god, what?
I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, that was you. They're like, oh, it was a different time. I was like, it wasn't that different.
That was not cool back then.
That
even
was
like,
always
and there was a
wrong.
lot that like people got away with back then. Like times were different, but that was always like
That
not
was
cool.
never cool.
Very
No.
bad. And then they did it again. They did
Yeah.
it twice.
The one that really threw me off was the like violence one. I don't know what they called the photo shoot, but it was
Oh,
like
yeah, their
a murder
traumas.
shoot. Like they were like meant to be dead, and one of the a lot of them were like violence against women, obviously.
Of
So
course,
like
yeah.
that's a bad beginning, but okay, fine, early aughts, whatever. Not great, but like But then one of the women who was on the show, her mother was paralyzed from like a gunshot wound.
Yeah, gun violence.
Gun violence.
What was her photo shoot? A gunshot victim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Like that is messed up. Like
No, that is
That's not
sick.
unintentional.
no, that was
You
Tyra's
can't-
doing, and
Yeah.
for ratings, that she, like they said, she just cared about the show. She cared about it doing well, and it did amazing because it was nuts.
At what cost?
At what cost? And Shandy's story always like stuck with me as a kid. I was like, this is
It's
so
wrong.
fucked
Wait, which
up.
one is?
So it
her
was
story?
and that was season 2.
Yeah, it was.
So I feel like you're gonna remember it. She was the like blonde, awkward, like middle of the country, worked at Walgreens.
big nerd.
Yeah, just like an awkward, lanky young woman.
But after her makeover, amazing.
yeah,
Like stunning.
truly model vibes.
Yeah, she was a model.
And she had like a long-term boyfriend. Just like a
Oh yeah, I remember
hometown
this.
girl. And now on the show, apparently what they edited down was like less than what happened, which
Jarring.
is nuts.
Yeah, they like made her call her boyfriend and say she cheated on him or something.
Well,
like
yeah.
During
admit
the
that she
day, she was, and she comes on the documentary and talks about this.
Okay.
She would just they got them all drunk, and then they
Well, they were doing go-sees all day, which basically they run around and like they go see all these agencies and like model for them, but they didn't eat like all day.
well,
or
and
anything.
they had these like hot Italian. It was like Milan.
From the photo shoot, like the day before or something, they invited them over and they were drinking but no food. So of
She got
course-
drunk, and
Yeah,
then they
there
all
was a
got in the
hot
hot tub. And she says on the documentary, she's like, I remember the fact that we had like I remember sex. I don't remember
like
anything
feeling
else.
it. Yeah,
Oh my
she's like she
God.
knew it was happening, but she didn't really know much more. Like she
Like,
didn't
yeah.
remember it,
Oh my
or like
She was like,
God.
I was blackout drunk. And now, mind you, she's like, the cameras are watched. Like, they filmed all of it.
nobody
God.
stopped anything.
Nobody
Like,
stopped
They
anything.
just allowed it.
Because the rule was that you can't film anyone in the bathroom or whatever, or
The
in the
bedroom or
bathrooms
something,
or
yeah.
whatever, if they're alone. But if they're not alone, it's up for grabs, I guess. And so they filmed all of this. And then they forced her, like, she was like, I have to call my boyfriend.
Well, they wouldn't let her call him without
Unless-
it being filmed,
yeah.
because they're not allowed to like call home like during the show.
That's
but they're
right.
like, we'll
Oh
let
my
you call him like if we can film.
And
it.
to be honest, like, when you watch that back, she was taken advantage of.
Oh, 100%.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend, who I feel like they gave him way too much credit on the documentary. Like, he was like, you stupid slut, or you fucking slut. Like,
Yeah, he
on
was awful to her.
speakerphone. He was awful to her on speakerphone. And then she's just crying.
I bet.
Crying.
Oh
and
my
then
God,
Devastated, 'cause
that's
she doesn't
awful.
remember anything. Like,
No.
she's just.
I didn't
like,
see this episode. I remember like it being talked about. Like I
it's-
remember
It just
burned
burned into
my
my
brain.
soul from like real time. Like I was like aghast. Like as a kid, I'm like,
Yeah, because I didn't watch it religiously. I watched it like on and off type of
Well,
thing.
and then
so, like,
they also the way that they like after the show, like they got back together, and then when the show aired, like she was like, people would like call me a stupid slut on the street
in the streets.
oh,
Like,
I believe that. People
yeah,
are the worst.
and he couldn't handle it.
and her life was ruined. Like, and she still cries about it. Like it
I
still
bet.
affects her. Like it's awful. Oh, then she went on the talk show with Tyra.
oh
And
boy.
then she was like,
Oh
yeah,
my
I will
God.
go on the talk show, but I don't want to talk about what happened. There was like some recording, and she's like, just don't play it. Like,
I don't
want
to talk about it. Like
And then
it's too hard for me. And yeah,
She played the fucking recording again. She's like, I don't want to watch it. Like, I know what happened. Like, I don't want to watch it. And she plays it in
Tyra.
front of
of course.
the show, the audience.
The studio audience, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
my-
and makes her and is like, so what'd you think about that, Shandy?
I wanted to like reach into the TV and punch Tyra, my angel, in the fucking face. I'm like,
My angel.
She's a demon now.
Honestly, and then there's Janice Dickinson. They did not roast her enough in the documentary either.
She should be lit on fucking fire like a witch.
Always been like awful
a
too.
monster. She's just a bad person.
I mean, and
evil.
you know, even Tyra, you know, she's like, you can't model when you've got a belly like that. And it's like, you can't say in the same sentence, I want to change the way people are perceived in the modeling industry, and then on the show, every fucking episode, reiterate the modeling industry.
What you're trying to
got too much
get rid
power.
of.
Yeah.
You know, and then the other thing that was really jarring is it was the woman that she had the gap in her tooth, and they were like, basically, if you don't fill your gap, like, you're getting kicked off.
Yeah.
And who's gorgeous.
Gorgeous black woman. And she won, I think, right?
I don't know if she won or if she came in second, but like,
I thought she won her season.
she won a fucking life because she is gorgeous. I
She
couldn't
won at
believe.
life.
I truly cannot believe that she's got to be what, in her 40s?
Probably.
I
Yeah,
mean, she
it was
looks
Danielle.
28.
Wow.
I mean, she's
God's favorite.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think I know who you're talking about.
probably. And she was talking about, where was I going with this? Sorry.
Well, there was
Gaps.
a white woman also on. She's the one that told them to widen the gap.
Yes.
And or like because you'll be more interesting when they told Danielle to close it because you'll never get a job.
That's
So it's like
Tyra.
that's like again more racism from
Yeah.
Tyra. It's weird.
I remember. Okay, so the other thing that they said was really interesting. A lot of them would get the contracts, right? They couldn't use any of the photos in their portfolio for the most part because
Right.
later in like after like this first or second season, the photo shoots just got so crazy they weren't usable.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like switching races. That's a little nuts.
Right.
You
what are
can't
you
use
gonna do?
that.
Like, here are my blackface photos.
Here's
like
Chanel.
telling each yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there was that piece of it. And then it was like the reality was like it was a stigma.
And they
Like
they
nobody
weren't
wanted to
respected in the
hire. Yeah,
industry,
we weren't
yeah.
respected. It was like a gimmick. And the woman that had like Danielle with the gap, she was like, one point I saw Tyra later and she was like, I'm so sorry. Like I knew you weren't getting the same opportunities because you were on America's Next Top Model. And like I didn't say anything. I'm like, da da da. And she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what
Also,
the
she was so good in the documentary.
She was. She
Oh, man,
roasted Tyra. and
You're
she
making me
deserved it.
want to watch it. I want to. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I want to see these people coming for
I
their
think-
revenge.
It's both. There's a lot of like the one woman was kind of on her side, like the plus size model that won. I can't
Yeah.
remember her name.
I remember
And
that
was like,
season. Yeah.
Okay. But that was different because she did like kind of pioneer like plus size modeling, whatever. Like she was not plus size, but like
She's like a size 8. Yeah.
she was like
Yeah.
size 6.
She was a size 6 and she was like, they would have
Like
to like
5'10".
But she also talked about like how she's like, they could have gotten clothes from me, but instead on the show, they would just bring in the sample sizes and cut open the backs
Of course.
Yeah, for ratings.
for ratings. Right, exactly.
And then they talked about how they wouldn't always pick the best photo. They would pick the
Yes.
fucked up photo if they wanted someone to go home. That was crazy to me.
I
Like,
believe
So
that.
not everyone had a fair
I
chance.
feel like that was obvious the whole time though.
It had to be because some of the photos were fucked up, and even the models would be like, "That cannot be the best photo of me. Like,
Yeah.
it cannot be."
And I think Danielle also brought up there was a photo shoot where like there were a bunch of like male dancers, and one of the male dancers was like,
It wasn't Danielle, but it was a different one. Yeah,
it was another very like outspoken, like she was like, I was being grinded on, like the guy was touching me and like being very flirtatious.
There's footage. She's molesting her, like, and she's like, "Stop, please, like, stop touching
She
my
stops
ass."
the
Like,
photo shoot and she's like, and she was like, I was trying to manifest Tyra, like, what am I gonna do here? Like Tyra would be like, no, like let's take a pause, like this is not okay, blah 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 blah. And then she does that, and they're like, too fucking bad. Like, we've got all these people. You can't do that. Like,
You
you
need to
can't
be
stop a
professional.
shoot. You need to be professional.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then in the same breath, Tyra was like,
you need to put up boundaries, but like, you don't mean that.
right. And same thing, like,
Wishy washy.
and then in the photo they chose for the like elimination or whatever it's called, it's the same guy grabbing her thigh.
it's like photo evidence of it.
And
Correct.
this was the final, like it was like the finals. It was 2 photos, like it was the last photo shoot, I think. So she was like, this was like really important. Like I could have won had this gone well. And she like looked fucked up in the photo because she was uncomfortable.
Yeah, because someone was groping her.
yeah.
Oh, gross.
I will say, I don't think the documentary, it was very eye opening, but I also was like, fucking duh.
Yeah, there's so much abuse in the fashion industry.
Right. And also, like, you're not telling.
Especially then.
We watched this live.
Yeah.
It was not really anything new. I was just surprised that like she's trying to like defend it and like just they keep just saying it's a different time and like not really
no,
though.
it
Not
wasn't.
really, not really.
There are some things that are eternally bad, you know?
I think
Blackface, bad.
the fat shaming, I think, was very early aughts. Like,
Yeah.
now, especially in the industry. And again, I don't think that that's an excuse for how, especially because,
No.
and I think what makes it so fucking frustrating is that Tyra claims that it was all about disrupting the fashion industry.
And then she falls right in line with all the things that
all
they say.
of the things that they were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, well, that's just, you just have to get work. And it's like,
But then I thought we're changing things.
I thought that was the
I thought we're
point.
changing
Right,
it,
isn't that
though.
what this whole show is about? Like why you did this?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and Tyra talks a lot about like how, so I guess the trigger for like having this documentary was people started watching America's Next Top Model again during COVID.
Yeah.
And like people were like, what the fuck?
I remember that.
Well, and there was no like social media when this came out, so no
Right.
one had a platform to be like, what the fuck? But we were all at our homes being like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And now it's out there. And she's like, well, I just didn't, times were different. I'm like, oh my God,
Girl,
shut
they
up.
weren't that different.
They weren't.
And again, that only works for certain things. Like there are some things again that are eternally terrible.
Like you can't. It was fucked up then. We just didn't have anywhere to like discuss it.
Right.
With
Right, like-
strangers.
Right, we were just like watching it in like our parents' living rooms
Being
in
like,
the Midwest.
Mom.
Like,
Yeah,
wow. Like,
internalizing it all like, ooh, like, am I fat? Like fuck.
I am obese.
Right.
Too fat to model.
I am ugly.
Right.
I do need a makeover. I loved her. Like I was rooting for her.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
fuck. And her in her trench coat was crazy.
What
It was
a
crazy
choice.
outfit.
What an actually insane choice for that.
Like in her interview, it was like just a trench coat. It's just odd. Like
Do you think she was like,
what?
we're going to get to the bottom of this? Like,
Carmen Sandiego.
yeah,
Like
what
why?
was the motivation behind that? Like,
She is the answer to the problem. Like you are the problem.
right. It's like an ironic choice. Like, I'm going to figure out who did this.
She
It's
also
like,
never
yeah.
really did. She's never like, oh yeah, that was the producer. She never does that.
No.
That's so
'Cause
wild.
she secretly like wants to take credit for all of its success, even though it was fucked up. But she won't ever say it.
That's, yeah.
Not
like,
really.
You can't have it both ways. Like, were you in charge of it all or
Right.
were you not?
And was it successful because you did all this controversial stuff or not?
Also, another thing that was really interesting to me is Jay. That's what it was, Jay. So he said at some point, he was like, it was just like really weighing on me. Like there was things that were getting worse and like I just didn't want to do it. And like, I just, I didn't say anything at the time, but like,
It was the race switching that like really
he was like,
set him off.
So I sent an
Allegedly.
email to Tyra and I was just like, you know what? I just don't think I can do this anymore. And she let it sit for 3 days. And then they were like, just stay back for one more season. And, and he was talking about how everything was normal. They hadn't seen each other till day one filming and then everything was back to normal, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden they just sort of like rush over it. But he stayed on for another like 7 to 9 cycles.
I think she made him. Like she goes, I'm really disappointed. And then I forget why, but he was like forced to stay on for the rest of the
but
season.
he was only forced to stay on for one more season. They say that in the documentary. And I'm like,
Oh.
So he
so
stayed on
which
'cause he wanted
was
to.
it?
I don't know. He
got a
was like,
pay
I
bump?
really didn't like that race switching thing. And then he's like, you can see how uncomfortable I am. And I'm watching it. I'm like, you don't look fucking uncomfortable at all.
You don't
Like,
look that as uncomfortable as you should.
If
Yeah,
you were
like,
that
come on.
uncomfortable, you could have just,
if you wanted to quit, you could have said no and quit. Like you could have
Right.
left.
Or if you are locked into a contract, like you could have quit at the end of the season.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. He stayed on until he was fired. Like, because they didn't say, 7 to 9 cycles later. How they did it, he was like, yeah, they like they requested or asked me to stay on. And I said, okay, I'll stay on for one more season. And then later the documentary continues. And then they're talking about the firing scandal. And that was cycle like 7 or something. And then all of a sudden they get fired on cycle like 19.
Yeah, you're like, that's not one season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between all the, like, what were you okay during those?
Yeah, because things got
they
so
race
much
swapped a second time.
because like things got so
Yeah.
much better.
They
Like,
did it
no.
again.
That's so nuts.
that was crazy.
That's so nuts.
2 times.
Could you imagine? Like, could you imagine being told that that's what you were doing for work today?
And you can't do anything about it. Like you have to do it.
Yeah, like these
Or
girls
else-
they had no agency. They were teens.
They were teens.
Like,
They were trapped, and this was like the biggest opportunity of their lives.
Well, and again, a lot of these women came from small ass towns
yeah.
with no experience in any sort of environment like this. And we're being
Right.
told this is normal.
half of them
Yeah.
have never even seen half of the races they were forced to play. Like that's what I
Sorry,
remember.
I'm not laughing, but like, yeah, you're so right.
I remember
Like,
that happening. She's like, I don't know if I've like met someone like that. I don't know how to portray. Like, of course not. Like,
Right.
this is fucked up.
They were just like, you're gonna be West Indian.
yeah. Sometimes they made them do 2, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
they
second
did
time.
too.
They were
Yeah.
like, we're gonna do race swapping, but worse.
but it's somehow getting worse. You thought it couldn't, but we're gonna make it worse. That's right. I remember that because I remember, yeah, each girl had to play a different race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And then
I
there was
forgot
also
all about that. You just like unlocked
we
that in my
forgot
mind.
about this too. There were also like
like a different race twice. Like
Yeah, in the
not
same
just-
day.
Yeah,
Correct.
like
And then they also, like, there was issues with, like, hypothermia because they made these girls, like, get in cold pools.
I remember that.
Or,
yeah.
like, this or that. And Tyra's just like, that's being a model, girl. Like, you just have to do it.
Some real models are like, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's like, also, how often
I'm
does
not going
this
to
really
get
happen on
hypothermia.
the runway?
This
Yeah.
is a job.
Right.
Yeah, what?
Yikes.
Anyway, I'm really disappointed in my angel. And
Yeah. It's so hard when the angels let you down.
it really is. And she hasn't really gotten better. What does she have, an ice cream shop in Dubai or some shit? I don't know.
Hot ice cream,
Oh,
you guys.
Australia.
It's not even ice cream. It's she calls it hot ice cream.
Oh, she's not allowed to call it hot ice cream anymore because legally it's not ice cream if it's hot.
What the fuck is it, soup?
Is it?
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Like, what is the material? Like, what is the food?
You know, in the United States, you can't call it ice cream unless there's like certain like milk content, like there's
right.
certain like
yeah,
there's
like if it's dairy free,
regulations.
you can't call it
and
ice cream.
Australia has the same ones. They're
Sure.
like, you can't call it ice
I
cream.
thought I saw like literal videos of the ice cream. Maybe I didn't.
No, she doesn't serve ice cream.
Maybe it was AI.
But what is it?
Mud.
Google, here we come.
Yeah, is it like a hot sweet soup? Like,
Hot
Ew.
chocolate?
Well, ice
Yeah.
cream's very fattening. You know, she doesn't like fat people, so.
I guess not. Yikes.
Really quickly.
Oh, you.
Now, this is an AI overview, but I feel like this is the right type of AI overview.
We're never gonna get an answer. God damn it.
A warm, this is what she calls it, a warm, sippable dessert described as a delicious contradiction between hot drink and ice cream. It is a custard-like dairy treat. What
So
it
there
is, what
is
it is,
dairy.
it
It's
is
hot
not a
milk.
melted milkshake or hot chocolate, but a new category of warm, thick, custard-like liquid.
Custard like.
Sometimes,
But there is dairy.
yes.
So hot milk.
Due to the
disgusting.
regulatory scrutiny regarding the definition of ice cream, the product was rebranded to Hot Smize Cream. And was marketed to avoid confusion with traditional cold dairy products.
Imagine walking in there and you want ice cream and you like, here's your hot cream.
Your hot smize cream.
Ugh. Ew.
So we know there's dairy in it. We know it's hot. It's not custard. It's custard like. So it's just heavy cream with flavors in it.
So she did do an ice cream shop, like a regular ice cream shop for a while. And then she announced a new product.
Oh, okay. That's why I did see the ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream that you can drink.
A milkshake.
But if it's warm, I can't think of anything
Ew.
worse.
Especially like in Australia. Like it's hot there. You know what I mean? It's not like she's
hot.
doing this in like, you know, like northern Siberia. Like,
Also, they don't really define it either.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What is it?
I think that's kind of the like.
So
they're-
it's hot flavored milk.
That's foul.
no, it's like it's not milk because it's thick, like custard.
Right.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I am disgusted. Tyra sucks.
It's probably just cream. It's probably hot flavored cream.
That's disgusting. It's foul.
It's horrible. Anyway, moving along. Speaking of foul,
Yeah.
how's that for a transition?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it, ladies.
Brianna, take us away.
All right, so now it is time.
It's March.
It's the season of the Menaces, which means we are going into our second March Menace.
Woo!
2020's March Menaces 2026.
Yes.
To try and crown a new menace. Now,
Yeah.
folks,
Are we crowning a new menace or are we just sharing stories?
I don't know. We'll just have to see because, folks, we want you to submit your menaces.
That's right.
You can submit as many menaces as you'd like.
To be as detailed as you want. We'll change everyone's names. We'll change details that like identify them.
That's right.
But you heard from us. We want to hear from you.
So, what defines a menace?
I would argue it's someone that you dated who made your life significantly worse.
You know what, Catherine? I have a list. Let's talk about what defines a menace.
Oh my God, we made a list of defining characteristics.
We certainly did.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, look at us go.
So think of it. Did they have an investment in your life? Did they have a relationship with mommy and daddy that was just a little too much
Little
or
off.
a little off? Or
Not
maybe
enough.
none at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to be married to them at that time, would you still be married to them?
That's what I forgot we did all this.
Did your I didn't.
I'm so happy.
Did your friends and family like him? Also, ladies, menaces can be women too. So if you
true.
are on the, LGBTQ spectrum in any way, shape, or form,
We
don't
do not
care.
discriminate.
No,
We do not discriminate.
no, the menace gene affects all, but
yeah, it's
it
mostly
is
men, but
much more prevalent with a Y chromosome.
bring it on. Was this person prone to tantrums? Were they deceitful? Could you rely on them in an emergency?
Amazing criteria.
Did you enjoy dining with them? Now, as we got into multiple rounds.
All super important. Very critical.
Some other things to consider, folks. Was this person a hypocrite?
They often are.
Was this person, and we don't really like this word around here, toxic? But you know what I'm talking about. Were they a reverse underdog? Now, if you don't remember what a reverse underdog was, that is an individual that acts like they're an underdog, but in no way, shape, or form are in fact an underdog. They feel that life has treated them unfairly, even though it hasn't.
People who are born on third base who think they were born far away from the stadium parking lot.
Couldn't even get to a park if they wanted to.
Exactly. Who'd never heard of baseball.
Right. But you got to play in Little League.
You know, because you were there.
Yeah.
You were in that stadium.
Right. Were they a mansplainer? And again, womansplainer? Who cares? Did they just think that they were smarter than everyone else in the room?
Specifically you.
Always you.
Always you.
So, folks, those are our criteria. We want you to write in, call in, whatever. Share a story. Tell us about the criteria we just discussed. Whatever. We will talk about it live on air.
Send us a message on our socials. That's a great way to
text us if you're friends with us.
Yeah.
Which you all are.
We will hide everyone's names. Again, we can alter this so you don't know who's who. And if you're listening and you are like, wow, I think that's so-and-so, that's not our problem. Everybody needs to look inward, Yeah. I can admit my flaws.
We absolutely can. And we've discussed it. If we don't get enough submissions, which we know there's enough menaces out there to receive them,
I'll reach out. I remember.
Send them in. We'll pit them up against fictional menaces.
Yeah. If we do a bracket this year and we don't have enough organic menace stories, we have enough Jimmy Cooper behaviors that we can.
Ooh, yeah.
So if you have a fictional menace, send it in.
Yeah, why not? But we really want the real ones. We want to shame these dorks.
Yes, we do.
Not you. And this is not your fault, to be clear.
No.
You're giving a gift to the world by we're commiserating.
Let's give an example. Blaze, over to you.
We're bringing awareness is what we're doing. Okay, well, this is a menace story that I have not told either of you.
I'm so excited.
I know.
I can't really say what would you call a side menace? Like a couple of dates menace? I mean, maybe not even a couple.
A menace piece?
A dingus.
A dingus menace. So I forget the context, but I was out and about. I was with our other friend, and I was looking around. I'm like, there's literally no one here. I just wanted to hook up, and not even fully. I just
yeah.
I just want. I mean, when you're just out.
You just want to flirt.
Yeah, when you're just looking for that, and I was.
You're feeling good.
Yeah, we were at a bar, and I was like, oh, there's no one here that I would even consider. And then this guy walks in, and I give him a look, and I'm like, that one. I said it to my friends, I will go with that one later. We will go elsewhere. And
I will go with that one.
Yeah.
That'll do.
And we made eyes, and then we obviously talked and went elsewhere. And so he was with a party, and they all seemed like they were celebrating something. And I found out that he was a hockey player on a hockey team, a professional one. I will not say which one. So whatever. We made eyes. We did other things. We left the bar. And he asked me if I could charge his phone. I was like, okay. And then there was a photo of him and a wife and kids, or maybe it was just the kids. And I'm like, So I asked him about it, and he's like, oh, we're divorced or getting a divorce. I don't know. You know how they lie.
They do.
Well,
Those
it was a lie.
Manaces.
It was a lie. They were not divorced or getting divorced. I didn't know that, of course.
No.
I'm sorry. You asked somebody a question. They gave you an answer.
Also, it's you keep up with hockey
also,
that.
what else were you supposed to do?
I don't even know. I didn't Google him. And
right.
Who cares? I'm like, whatever. He's hot. That's all I cared about in the net. And so we were planning to meet up a different time at a different bar. It was a random night. So I went by myself. Weird. Wrong. And he was like, when you get there, don't come up to me. Don't come find me. Don't talk to me. I'll find you. And I'm like, okay. Me being 24.
Sure.
That's so normal.
Hot.
Yeah. I
We're
don't
playing
care.
games. How interesting.
A bar I've never been to in a weird town.
Your brain wasn't developed.
It wasn't developed. I was
clearly not.
doing dumb things. So I show up to this bar, and I just sit at the bar, and I'm alone. And the bartender's a guy. He's like, can I help you? It's are you waiting for someone? I'm like, I think so. He's here, but I'm not supposed to talk to him. He's like, I think I know who you're talking about. I'm like, he's like the regular at this bar. This guy.
He's done this
who I'm not-
before.
who I'm not supposed to talk to. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I was getting tipsy. You know, it only takes a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like confiding in him of like the stuff we've talked about, and like he's just like super weird. And KJ, I think he's lying. He's like, I think he's lying too. And I was like, just like that person
You're
at the
having
bar.
this conversation with the bartender.
With the bartender.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like spilling my
I love
beans
that.
to the bartender. I'm like, I really like this guy, but I feel like there's something like weird. And he's like, really? Like, you dumb? Like, oh, you think? And so I see him like partying in the corner with people and the friends that I had met before and a couple of women. I'm like, whatever. Like, he's hot. Of course, there's women around. So his friend comes over to me and he's being so weird. He's like, oh, like, you know, like, you're so beautiful. Like, he really likes you. And I'm like, where the fuck is he? Like, is he going to come over here? Like, this is so weird. I'm like, it's
I
getting
know
weirder.
you said it like that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting weirder. And then he comes over to me at some point, and I can't remember what was said. He was like extremely drunk, and I think this was like a Sunday.
Off season, you know.
Yeah, I know.
They were celebrating. I don't know if I know. So he comes over, he's extremely drunk, and the women are just like whatever in the corner. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like you're being weird and you're like being a liar. Like, I'm gonna leave. This is just weird. And so I'm going to my car. And, like, I was gonna Uber, but, like, I was going into the car just to sit to, like, call someone. I was gonna call, like, one of my friends or something. I can't remember. I think because I lived with our one friend at the time. And as I'm, like, I get into the car, I'm, like, about to shut the door. This woman, this behemoth of a woman, like, grabs the door and flings it open. And she's like, you're fucking talking to my husband, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And her friends behind her, like, this, like, just trashy looking woman, and like they both grab me and they're like, you fucking saw you, blah, 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 blah. And like, and then he comes and grabs this woman about to kick my ass, and he like, I think he like threw her to the ground or something, like his own wife. And I was like, what is happening? So I just like shut my door. Like, I was able to like get away from these women. I shut the door and I just drive away. And he's like texting me, calling me all night, like, oh, I'm sorry, like, come back, like, come over. Like, I never spoke to him again. I'm like,
No,
what
like,
the fuck?
Also, come back. Like, oh, yeah,
why?
Yeah, okay, I thought about it. I'm going to turn around. Like, I'll see you soon. Like,
why would I do that?
deranged.
He's like, I'm sorry about that. Like, I don't know who that was. Like, she's like still trying to lie to me.
No, definitely a stranger. That was that woman is definitely a stranger to you for sure. She doesn't know you at all. You don't know her.
I'm like, what is going
The
on?
audacity of man.
What a crazy
Mankind.
To
Yeah.
invite me to a bar that he is celebrating some like cool thing that's happening
With his
This is
wife.
a different day they're celebrating, by the way. Well, he's obviously like a regular with his wife and her friend and your friend, like a group of like close knit friends. Like, what are you thinking?
What
are you thinking?
That is like demented, entitled man behavior.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Someone who's clearly not heard no enough.
No, and like
A menace, in fact.
Menace.
I did Google them after that, and there's like some blog where like women share these kinds of stories, and he's on this blog, and they're like, yeah, he's a piece of shit, and like his wife like knows he's doing this, she doesn't care, and like I worked at,
Clearly cares a little.
I mean, yeah, if it's in her face, I guess,
Right.
but I mean, I worked at this bar for so long, like all athletes cheat. Sorry, girls, like.
Yeah.
They all do. 99% of them are cheating. It just is what it is, and a lot of the wives just like don't care. But it's true, and this woman's still with him. Like,
Yeah, and if you have an agreement, that's not my business. But
Nope.
like, this sounds like there was not.
he's like actively inviting them like to her space.
Deranged.
I'm like a hoe. He invited to the bar where she like their hometown like bar.
Like their locale.
and it wasn't a busy evening. It was like a Sunday. Like I was like, what? Why did you invite me here? Why? And I was attacked and
deranged.
and
You
I
get attacked a lot.
do.
You really do.
It all stems back to that bar. I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a catalyst for a lot of weird physical stuff.
Yeah, I was always there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, what happens when bad people drink? Bad things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when good people drink, bad things happen.
True.
So yeah, that happened, and I can't believe I really never told this story to either of you.
No.
Ugh. You know, it makes me look a little stupid. I mean, I didn't know his wife was going to be there.
menace.
No one would assume that, like, A, you wouldn't assume he was married because you're a normal person. And B, you wouldn't assume that if he was married, his wife would be there.
He would invite me somewhere where they are together, drinking together and hanging
present.
out with their friends. Yeah. What? Why?
Wow.
Why?
Deranged.
Yeah, so he almost got my ass beat, but he threw his own wife to the ground. So, I mean,
Could be worse.
I could be worse. I was fine. I drove away, and I was like, that was crazy. And our friend I lived with at the time was like, literally, what are you doing? Why did you go? I'm like, I don't know, man. He was very...
You were 24. That's why you went.
Yeah,
I might have been younger. I don't know.
Yeah, he has CTE. Your brain just wasn't developed. So that combination was probably just really challenging.
Wow.
I'll show you a picture. You'll see why I went.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, I have no doubt. I think most of us want to go.
I think some hockey players are so ugly though. Don't come for me. Like there are some hotties, but some I'm just
That's with every sport.
Yeah, I mean,
he had all
like
his teeth at the
humanity,
time.
right?
You know what? I'm sure you and I'm sure I'll align your wild card.
That's true. We
Yeah.
have different tastes.
He's
know
not
what's-
nerdy looking, yeah, for sure.
Speaking of different tastes, ladies.
Doesn't look like he reads.
They sure didn't. Especially read the room.
Yeah, anything.
So again, perfect example. Submit your menace. It's not your fault.
No,
You know what would be your fault if you're still with them.
Yeah, that's true. It's only your fault.
Had
if
I
you're
gone
still
back.
together.
No. Or arrived at a new bar when he told me to show up, or came back, or
Right.
anything he asked me to do.
Right.
And like, ladies, men, whoever, if someone invites you out or on a date and says, when you arrive, you cannot talk to me, go up to me, I will find you. You cannot talk to me. Maybe turn around.
Unless it's like your kink and you've agreed to that.
Right.
Yeah,
no,
don't
You're
do
doing
it.
a bit that you've agreed to.
Yeah.
Maybe turn around. It's probably not a good thing.
Yeah.
You live and you learn.
And that's my wisdom for y'all. Her wisdom.
Oh, wisdom. No, sometimes
so
you-
dumb.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
You know what? We have lived. That's all I'll say.
That's true. And you know what? Again, you're not still with this man.
Right. Nor were you ever with this man.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like you said,
I never
the,
saw him again.
the only way we're judging is if like you're submitting these stories and
It's
this
your
is
current partner.
in which case, like dump him, hottie. Like
Come to my seminar.
We'll help you.
Join my cult.
We will help you.
Brianna's gonna do TED Talks now,
That's right.
telling people to leave their husband. I say husband because, like, let's be honest, like this is geared towards people who have husbands.
Yeah, or long-term partners.
Yeah,
You don't have to be married to be with a loser.
correct,
Oh,
correct. As you know, if you listen to last season, like you'll know.
That's right. And speaking of some additional menaces, I was requested, in fact, to bring a couple news stories about these two lovely ladies and some menaces we have not heard about. So, keeping in the spirit, Blaze.
They did not make the cut of
They
the
did not make
original
the
Menace
cut.
bracket.
No.
No.
And then we were talking shit last week about each other's menaces. We didn't want you to feel left out. Like,
Right. So here I come.
Yeah.
And I came. Nope, that's weird.
Nope.
Nope, cut that.
no, we're keeping that.
I have the power.
All right. So I've got two former lovers of yeah, we're gonna
I
call
hate
them
that
former
word.
lovers just to really make you
Lover.
two uncomfortable. I'm gonna start with Blaze just because we're on the topic.
Why not keep it going?
Yeah. Now this menace, you did not stay with this menace for a long time. This was a fleeting menace, you might say. And I don't know
Yeah.
if he wasn't a true menace, but I saw some menace behavior that I want to talk about.
I'm pretty sure he was in love with his ex-girlfriend still. Like, I got that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I was like, you know what? I'm
Yeah,
not doing it.
and fair because some of the menaces last year were not that bad. Like, didn't deserve to technically
No.
be on the list
Right.
if we're being honest.
I mean, men are all menaces.
right? But I'm saying like some were like I wouldn't mind being around them presently.
Correct.
Very few, very
Yeah.
few.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
these two guys are probably like in good relationships now, I would assume.
Yeah.
To some extent. They probably found some weirdos for themselves.
For sure,
Right?
for sure.
Everyone finds love, unfortunately.
Lid for every pod.
Yeah. So this person we're gonna call Heinrich, in the spirit of the hockey, I guess. Blaze invited us all over for a boat day, and Blaze is Captain Blaze. Right? Blaze is somebody that has been driving a boat. We all have been on boats. We live in,
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
You are within like what, 5 miles of a body of water almost at all times.
3.
Right. Thank you. You're so smart.
So sorry.
And so we got our boater's license as part of our like 7th grade gym class. Like that's how
Yeah.
prominent
Pure
it was.
Michigan.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. And so Blaze is Captain Blaze, right? It's either me or her typically driving the boat. And we all know how to drive a boat, and we don't need a man to tell us how to drive a boat.
Correct.
And so we were out. It was the first time we were meeting this particular menace, and he was pleasant enough. Nothing particularly menacey about him. But one thing I noticed all day is that this man drove the boat all day. Not his boat, by the way.
He did?
He was like,
Did he insist?
he insisted on driving.
Oh.
You weren't like thrilled about it, but you were like, okay, whatever, like if you want to do. And then anytime you drove, he was like, oh, try it this way or do this. Or
I remember being lit, so I don't remember.
This man did not come from a place with many waters. He was from a landlocked place.
A
Not even
landlocked
just that.
country that is
Yeah.
not U.S.
I just remember being like, who are you
Yeah.
to come on her boat
With her friends.
with her friends?
He'd been on like one other time too. He
Right.
wasn't like we like hung out a bunch.
Right. And be like, don't worry, ma'am. I'll take care of the boating.
Ew.
That's a man's job. And I
Yeah.
just remember sitting there being like, you motherfucker. Like, how dare you talk to Captain Blaze that way?
Ew, I don't
I
remember
just remember him being so like,
I remember him being arrogant.
I
yeah.
can drive a boat. Like, I'm a man. Like, of course I can drive a boat. And it was just like, it hit me in such a, because as a woman who knows how to drive a boat better than a man.
Yeah.
Most
I
times.
believe it. I believe it. He was from a culture that is very stickler about rules. I don't know how to say it.
But it's not like he had a fucking boater's license.
giving it away. We're
I have a
calling him
goddamn
Heinrich.
card
Yeah.
in my goddamn wallet.
The country is full of meanies, okay?
Historically.
Meanies and
And we are calling him Heinrich.
Yeah, we're like, he's from a landlocked country. His name is Heinrich. He loved rules. Like,
Yeah.
you'll never guess.
You'll never know. I'm getting so warm in here.
And not, well, I was going to say something that really blew the cover because I was going to give like a caveat to one of the other things. And I was like, no, I would have just been listing a city. So like, I'm not going to do it.
we'll never see this. I'm pretty sure he like unfriended me or blocked me. I don't know.
I say that ship has sailed, but not literally.
No, because
There's no ships there.
No ships there. I just remember being like, you are the worst.
Yeah.
And this, I knew you guys were not going to last because I was like, there's no way she's going to put up with
You
this.
know what? I wasn't
Hell
even,
yeah.
And
like,
it did not.
You're always right.
I didn't even like let myself get worked up about him because I was like, he'll be gone soon. Like, this is so obviously a fling. You know what I mean? Like, this one won't be around.
Well, that's what I mean. I was like, oh, she's not going to tolerate this.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I'll be nice to him, but like, I won't see him again.
Right? It's funny how you just knew. Like,
Yeah, I was like, I don't need to get worked up. Like, I'm not going to see this guy again.
Sometimes you just know.
and it didn't take long for me to be like, nah,
No, I don't. We never saw him again.
no.
No,
No.
that was
We
it.
dated for maybe a month or two.
Yeah, it was not. It was a short-lived menace. They
Yeah.
can be short. They can be long.
What is with you tonight?
Yeah, what's going on?
Out of
They
my
can
mind.
be long. I'm coming. I came.
It's been a long day. I've had a lot going on.
Can have an even longer one.
Her day is long,
All
so
right.
is her not.
You know what? On that note, I'm going to wrap up quickly. So the
Yeah,
next,
you are. You should for safety.
Always wrap it up.
always wrap it, ladies. So the next one is one of Kate's menaces, and this was again very much a fling.
Yeah.
And this-
technically not. Like, we technically like dated because he was like very. He wanted it to be official.
he was like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" He was like very.
Very traditional.
We're gonna call him Todd.
he was very traditional. Yeah.
Todd was, and like there was nothing again particularly wrong with Todd, but Todd was just like very eager.
But in a clingy way, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, he was very
Traditional clingy.
And you know, he was nice. Like, he would do like
Oh.
very thoughtful things, but he was just like off.
There was just a little something off about him.
was off.
Just like a little weird. And he, again, very friendly, but like too friendly.
Yeah.
You were like waiting for the other shoe to drop. I don't think there was another shoe to drop. I think he just like didn't know how to be around women and like overcorrected.
Yeah. I don't, where the heck did you meet? We can believe it. I don't
At a
remember.
concert
Oh.
Yeah. And we,
downtown. Yeah.
and I remember I met him at I don't think this guy I added to my menace list, but it was the guy that I went out with that was in the lake with me when I was mayor of Shit Creek. Or
Shit Creek?
Oh,
Shit River? What was
yeah.
it? Shit Lake?
Shit Lake.
Yeah. He was supposed, so I met Todd. You guys were on a date at like this like fair somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
that guy was supposed to come meet me and just never fucking showed up
What?
because he was just like, I'm doing, like he was, again,
It's like, I'm doing my art.
yeah, he was doing
He
something.
knew
I don't
you pooped
fucking
on
know.
him. He
So
found
I
out.
was basically a third, yeah, probably. I mean,
He had
again,
E. coli.
Or he went to go like date his sister.
Ew, yeah. They had a weird. Those
Yep.
were some weird siblings.
anywho,
That could be anyone that you
you
dated.
know what? I date a lot of people with weird sibling energy. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, is it because you didn't have siblings? You can't detect
I don't
it?
know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
don't know what it's supposed to look like.
Oh. You know it's wrong, but You're not
Like, I can't, like, quite put my finger on it.
Something seems a little off here, but who's to say? And then we're just like,
yeah.
yuck. Like, why are these engagement pictures like here?
Siblings?
Yeah, I started the whole siblings are what is it?
Siblings are dating. Yeah.
Very successful Instagram page.
Yeah.
Could have been run by you, should have been.
Really
run by
could have
you.
been me, yeah. And so I was like a third wheel for your date. That's how I got to know him. That's how I met him.
You weren't at the fair with us, though, were
Yes,
you?
I was.
Oh, you were in but
The
you
whole-
left. No,
because I was dateless.
Yeah, but I remember because
Because I got stood
yeah,
up.
that's right. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I was, and again, he was just like very attentive and like very kind and very this, but just like a little
Too much.
too much. And
Yeah.
he like reached out to me and was like, "How are you? Like, what could I do for Kate?" Like,
Too much.
too much. Very friendly to me too.
Which would have been nice, like, but we had just met. He and I had
Yes.
just met.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And he was already like messaging me and like trying to get to know me as your friend.
he's making some girls so happy right now. I know
Absolutely.
he
Yeah, like
is.
these are not like problems really,
No.
but when you're like 19, 20, 21, 20,
Weird.
like it's a lot.
And I need to reiterate, we had also just met. Like, I did not know this guy very
Yeah,
it was
well.
a lot all at once.
And so the reason that this story is coming up, because again, like this guy's not a menace, but what was
how the fuck did
He
you remember
could have
this
been though,
one?
because you put some of like my previous suitors on who like I would not have qualified as menaces.
they had menace behavior, but not towards you.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
We're not doing this.
Sorry. Yes, continue.
We've already stood up for him.
Right. We
Yeah.
know.
Why am I doing this? Why am I defending this man? Please
right.
continue.
But my favorite thing is, what was it? Didn't he like, I'm trying to remember. There was another situation where he came to whose house did he come to?
I remember him coming on the
He
boat
came on the boat,
sometimes.
which was fine. Like he was fine there. Like,
But again, I just remember him being around a lot more than like previous suitors of yours would be. And like
Yeah.
he was like just very eager to get to know you in your life. But like again, a little too eager. But my favorite thing is you were like, okay, this is a little much. Like yeah. And you just sort of, I wouldn't say break up with him because you guys, like I guess you kind of broke up with
yeah,
him.
like you have to say that because he wanted it to be official so
Yeah.
bad, and I just kind of like went along with it until I
Yeah.
didn't want to. Again, it was like 2 weeks.
But right. At like when we were 20.
19. I
Yeah,
was
19 or
teen.
20. Yeah, children.
Yeah.
And this was like when the time of Facebook Messenger was actually in Facebook. Like you didn't have to download another app. And so he had friended me on Facebook and he was like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like I knew you'd broken up with him. And I'm like, "How are you holding up? Like you good?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. Like I'm just chilling. Like da da da. Like totally good. Like we're cool. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Okay, great." And then
Like I'm not worried.
like I don't think about you.
You're like, okay.
And then what was so funny about it is, you want to tell you?
Yeah, he was like messaging me at the same time.
Exactly the same time.
Because we were making plans, I think, to hang out too. And he was also messaging me and like trying to make me feel bad about breaking up with him. So he was like, I'm like not doing, or no.
You asked him how he was doing.
Yeah, I asked him, or did he tell you that he was drinking alone?
I don't remember. One of the two. Either way.
No, I think he told me, he was like, I'm fine, like I'm going out with my friends. And then like, didn't he reach out to you and say like, I've been drinking a lot of whiskey? Or was it the other way around?
You know what? It doesn't matter. What happened is that this man told one of us that he was like devastated about this breakup.
Upset, drinking specifically. I remember
Alone.
specifically whiskey, drinking whiskey alone. I was like, that seems
After 2
aggressive.
weeks?
It must have been me.
You know what? I swear I could probably, if I downloaded Facebook Messenger, it's still there.
Yeah, this story's not as cohesive because memory, but yeah.
Yeah, because it was 16 years ago.
No, and I remember like I had like a sweatshirt of his and he asked for it back and I was with my friend and I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so awkward. I was like, but we're kind of driving around. Like, can you just like swing by his place and I can just like drop this sweatshirt off? He was like, I need them soon. Like, I need my sweatshirts back. I was like, it's like your old high school sweatshirt. Like, you don't need this. Like, but I also don't want it. So fine. And like, I remember
So weird.
I got out of the car to give it to him. He came outside. I was like, you didn't have to do that. I was just going to put it on your porch. And he was like, yeah, thanks, I guess. Like, I didn't expect it to end like this. And I was like, my friend's in the car. Like,
It was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, like,
like,
he
He
what?
was acting like they had been like high school sweethearts and that it had ended and that he was just
So tragically,
devastated.
devastated, but
out of nowhere.
also like totally fine at the same time. It was just, this
was
man
2
was
weeks.
so,
He had a lovely family. And again, I'm sure he's making some girl so happy.
and he was 19 too.
Yeah, he was also a child.
Also a child, but this boy was watching too many Hallmark movies. That's all I gotta say.
That
We gotta look
listening
him
to
up.
too many country songs. Like,
Oh, he did. He loved
He
country
loved
music. I
country
forgot about
music.
that.
he's the only man I've ever dated who didn't hate country music.
Yeah, he was into the country music. He wore a cowboy
Loved it.
hat a lot.
He did on occasion wear a cowboy
I
hat.
have a lot of photos of you two together, but why? Was it just the one night? Maybe. I was like, why do I have so many photos of
because
you
he
together?
was like a little like
He was about
leech.
it.
He wanted to take the photo.
He was just like,
take a photo of
I'm-
me and my
I'm
love.
here and this is the woman I love.
He made a picture of me, like because before we had any pictures together, he made a picture of me, the background on his laptop. Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you that.
Wait.
It like wasn't easy to do back in the day.
No, and it was like a picture of me and like a friend from college. He was like,
Oh,
I
he
have
didn't
any-
take the photo.
No, he like found it. He's like, I didn't have any pictures of you, but I thought this one was so cute on your profile. I don't know who that girl is, but like I thought this was such a good picture of you. And I was like,
Too much.
I don't think
Too
this is gonna
weird.
work.
Now,
Yeah.
we cannot be talking about two different Menaces here, right?
No, we're
like,
talking about the same guy.
no. I'm talking about Blaze's, like,
My Menace?
no, your hockey player versus Kate's.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right. So, ladies,
Really wanted a wife, didn't want to be with his wife. Right.
like, again,
Disrespected the fuck out of that woman.
there's
Yeah.
no rules. Just submit the Menaces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because they were nice doesn't mean they're not weird.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It unlocked in my mind.
I have no more Menaces. As you guys know, I am a virgin or was a virgin before I got married.
Ew.
And
kidding.
I don't have any exes.
That's not true.
Oh.
I remember one. You know what? I've got one. I remember when we were about this age.
Yes.
And our one friend, we were in college back from freshman year.
Okay.
And our one friend, so her parents had moved, but they hadn't sold her house yet.
He was a menace. He
Oh,
was
he
last
was a menace.
season.
He was a
Yeah.
menace.
Well, we
Damn.
don't know the story.
Well, yeah, the
Continue.
story's still fresh. We
Yeah.
told stories about each other's Menaces last time, but we left you out.
I broke up with him that night.
Yeah, because our
How
friend,
do you know whether she's talking about already?
she knows.
I know.
So our friend threw a
I know
party.
exactly who she's talking about.
Our friend threw a party, and it was a bunch of us from college. Everybody's hanging out. It was a great time. Everybody's getting along. We're partying. You brought your Menace, who is much older than us.
Not much.
Not-
Not like weird older,
No.
but like
But that age gap feels very pronounced when he was like 8 years older than us.
no.
The pale one?
I thought he was 28 when you were 20.
No. He was 22, 23. He was
Oh, I thought he was older.
He
Okay.
just like acted and looked older.
Either way, we were 18, 19, and he was 23.
he
which
was
feels
of
a
legal
lot.
age. When I say legal age, I mean to drink.
Yeah, no, but again,
He was
when you're-
legal.
when you're 18 and someone's 23, like that feels like a big gap. He was older than us, right?
Yeah.
Like we were all college students and he wasn't. Like he was an adult, like in our brains. And we were all drinking, having a good time. Nothing was like super insane. Like we're just friends.
And I
partying.
don't, just to be clear, like I didn't really drink back then either.
But she would pretend.
You
Yeah,
did pretend.
Because you guys would hassle me and then I would vomit.
No, I don't think like we're the victim. Like I don't think we're the bullies here. Like I
You
don't.
didn't have to pretend. It would have been okay if you didn't want to drink.
Yeah.
We didn't make you drink. I
No
don't
one
think.
forced you to.
We just like thought it would be more fun if you did, but I don't think we were like, if you don't drink, you have to leave.
Yeah, there were no rules. Like,
No,
yeah.
but again, like everybody was drinking, but I knew I was gonna get sick if I did.
Okay. Anyway.
But then you would pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
just
guys
don't
would
be
hassle
drunk.
me. I never pretended to be drunk. I would pretend to drink.
You pretended to be drunk.
pretend to be drunk.
When?
When we
A
got
time
a
or two.
we got a breathalyzer the one time, and
Yes,
then it said 0,
when the
and you've
same
been
friend-
acting drunk.
The same friend had a breathalyzer and brought it around. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been breathalyzed.
Yes, you did. Not,
I
not
remember
by
it.
well, an officer of the law, but by our friend with their breathalyzer.
Yeah,
When?
we were in one of my Menaces home. Or no,
Yeah, we were partying with some of the
One of my
guys we were
Menace's
talking
friends.
to. Yeah. And they brought out the breathalyzer, and you've been acting drunk all night,
Yeah.
and then you blew zeros.
I remember
And
whose
this thing could
kitchen
be
it was
wrong.
in.
Like this was not like
but it said 0.0.
I
truly-
wasn't even like 0.2 or like 0.1. It was 0.0. I remember this.
Well, first of all, it should always say 0.0 because that's how alcohol works.
Shut up. That's not what
I'm
we're
just
talking
saying,
about.
if you want to be legitimate,
Okay, yeah, none of us were blowing 0.2s either, but like my point is that like
they're 0.0 something.
Well, it was 0, it
fuck
was 0,
off, it
0,
was
0.00.
0.00000.
There was
Like,
no number.
You know what? I'm being bullied right now, folks.
You know what?
This is the
Live
truth.
on the air.
Just telling the truth because we both remember it. I remember whose house we were were at. I remember.
Yeah, I remember the kitchen. I could draw a picture of the kitchen.
Where were
Because we were playing a game on a coffee table. Yeah.
This house in like Birmingham. It's like a fancy house.
Was there?
No, this was a separate time. This was a separate occasion.
She just said it was.
Did they have a breathalyzer too? Did they have a breathalyzer?
One of them got in trouble.
Oh, because
and
one
they
of them
had
was
one.
had his own
Yeah.
breathalyzer. Yeah, our friend had one for fun. He had one.
Oh, see, the story's
law.
changing now.
No, but
No,
both friends
separate
had
instances.
breathalyzers, and you did blow on this breathalyzer because it was at this guy's house. I remember. I thought it was our other friend's breathalyzer.
His
and
parents
you were
were
acting
away.
drunk. His parents were away, but then you blew zeros.
Why would I fake drunk and then blow in the breathalyzer?
That's
I
that's
don't
how
know.
we were asking each other.
No. And I remember it being so funny. You don't remember this?
I have no recollection of this.
How convenient.
No, I really don't.
Crazy because you were sober.
yeah, it's crazy because you weren't drinking.
Well, I never did. Really? Actually, that's not true. There was one time I was really drunk with you guys when it was the night with the brownies.
Brownies?
Oh, at on the mountain. Yes. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, what? No, I'm talking about the brownies to eat.
In college.
Yeah, when
that's what
you
I'm talking
when
about.
you put me in the shower.
Yes, but what we did was technically a
Okay, well, we didn't do it technically. We planned on doing it.
no. We'll
No,
talk off air.
No, because we them for somebody. We never
You
them.
got it. You're being too specific.
No, but we didn't commit anything.
People ingested them that were not our.
True, but like that's not our fault. We could have been making them for ourselves, and they just
It's
ate
an
them.
accident.
We
I
still
mean, it's
Yeah, that's an accident.
We
It's in a
still
home with many people
technically
in it.
poison people.
They poison themselves.
We poisoned the wrong people. We got.
You know what?
We're gonna have to.
I
bleep
don't
all
believe
this
in
out.
private property.
They were open to the public, and the public ate them.
Right, the public ate them. That's not my fault.
They were for me. I wanted them. I wanted the poison. My
I wanted
poison.
poison.
They stole.
Yeah,
Trespassing.
that
No.
was the crime.
No, we gave it to them. Anyway,
Yeah. So the menace, this particular menace from last season. Yeah.
yes. Wow, we really went off the rails there. Yeah, he proceeded to get wasted.
Oh, not even like nobody was drunk at this party either.
We were drunk.
No,
but we
but
weren't,
nobody
like,
was
fucked up.
Dude, nobody. I don't even think anybody was that drunk. Like everybody was just like chilling, having like drinks, but nobody was like
I don't think I was there. I don't remember.
shit faced,
Yeah, he got like blackout drunk.
blackout drunk,
Threw up everywhere.
everywhere. As like again, he was young when we look back on it now.
But he was older than all of us.
Right,
Too,
and none of
too
us-
old for this.
Too old for what he was doing in a room full of people that were
So
like
pale.
Teens.
so much more immature than him.
Yes. You took him home, right?
I had to.
Yeah. I remember it was popcorn. I remember he threw up a lot of popcorn because I remember
So
you
pale.
complaining about having to clean up the popcorn.
Well, I
too.
cleaned up all the vomit.
Yeah.
I cleaned it all up because I was like, I can't let this like guy throw up all over my friend's parents' house and then just like walk away and be like,
Which-
sorry.
He was planning on doing.
He was, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, like he again was fucking blackout. If he even tried to clean it, it'd probably make it worse.
Is
Yeah.
this the one where like you never actually like hooked up because like
Nope.
Yeah.
he couldn't?
Nope. We never finalized our arrangement. Just some J juniors.
But you tried, right? Like a
I
lot.
did. I was down.
Didn't you date for like a couple months? Like it
Nope.
wasn't like a shorty.
It was not. It was a shorty. It was like maybe a few weeks.
because you couldn't finalize the agreement.
We couldn't finalize the agreement, and I broke up with him that night.
and he was so
And he
pale.
was like throwing up in front of a bunch of children.
Yeah, literally. And I drove him to his home, and I remember him being like, "You're gonna break up with me," and like he was like, "You're not. I can't believe I did this. Like you don't want to be with me." And I was like, "No, it's fine. Like I'm definitely not gonna break up with you."
And you're like, yep.
And I texted him this morning. I was like, "I'm out,"
Yeah, no, fair.
and he was like, "Oh, like let's talk about it." I was like, "Oh no, I went to my ex's last night. Like we're not getting together."
Like, there is no conversation. to
no,
be
I
had
got last night. I'm sorry.
by someone else.
Yeah.
The agreement was finalized.
Yeah, I got my dues. We got to cut all of this. I'm so
I
sorry.
will not
Yeah.
be cutting that. I don't know what
Yeah.
you mean.
I think we got a lot of good content there. Wow.
Maybe some
wow.
bleeps.
The menaces are the gift that keeps on giving.
And
God.
we have so many. Like, we could just keep going, but we want to hear from you.
Yeah, we want to share your stories.
I love other episodes where the hosts read listener stories. They're my favorite, and I've always wanted to do it. I cannot wait. I will do any voice you like. I will do any
Lady
acting you
Anna will
like.
come
Good
out.
practice. Oh, Lady Anna will be at the function, and Jasper,
Jasper.
too.
Julie's unruly man.
He is
It's
never far
so-
behind.
Oh man, you know he likes his women, especially the spooky ones. on that note, yeah, send us your stories, hoes and bros. I don't know.
Again, we're not discriminating.
Nope. I don't care what. Again, even if you're the problem, I want to hear about it.
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Even if you made a dumb decision, like me,
And like
I want to
me,
hear about it.
Like me.
Like us all. I want to hear about it. Were you the problem? It's okay. I want to hear about
you're
it.
only the problem if you're still with them.
Correct.
Yeah, and dumb him loser. Okay, well, that's our show. You can find us at Something Feral Pod at Gmail and on TikTok, Something Feral FTN on Instagram.
Yeah.
Why did I say that backwards? I don't know.
Instagram.
Find us wherever the fuck you can stream stuff that you can listen to. Okay. I'll have to get feral. See you in 2 weeks. I gotta start saying 2 weeks because we're not gonna see them next week. That's a lot.